All right, so Joseph Parker knocks out Martin Bakole in the second round. Let's talk about this fight. I'm gonna rephrase that. Joseph Parker knocks out a overweight, out of shape, ill prepared, 48 hours notice, arrived at 2 a.m. yesterday, or well, today really, and wore the gloves that were tailor made for Daniel Dubois. How do I know that? Because they had his flipping logo on it, the Triple D logo on it. He knocks out that Martin Bakole in 2 rounds. Not to take away from Joseph Parker, understand that. I'm not trying to do that, but you just got to put it all in context. He was meant to be facing Daniel Dubois. That would have been an interesting fight, a very interesting fight, because weighing in, Joe Parker weighed 267. Now that's a career heaviest by a big way, by a big margin. I think 255 was his previous highest weight, and then he came down after that. Now I have to say, for someone who's weighing 20 pounds more than they were last time out, he carried that weight very well. Like he really did. He carried the weight very well. And it really looks like he's put it all on kind of upper body and the shoulder region. They look even broader than normal. Now, the first round in this fight, I knew pretty much straight away. I was like, oh my God. You could see how ill prepared he was, Martin Bakole, how slow he was looking. He was just thrown there. I think everyone in the team knew. I think the rumour mill was that he hadn't prepared. Well, we knew he hadn't. But that some were saying, oh, he had started a camp just for a different fight. Others were saying he hadn't. Nah, he hadn't. He clearly hadn't trained for anything. And the first round, he looked slow. It looked like he was just getting the lay of the land, really, in that first round. He didn't really know what to do, so to speak. The first round was just Joe Parker, kind of, I think, being a bit cautious, looking to throw a shot now and again, but he didn't really do that much himself. He looked sharp, but I think just really kind of surveying the area and seeing what he has to deal with. Second round was actually a more entertaining round by both guys. That it seemed that Bakole was willing to let a few shots go. He let a few body shots go. He let a few uppercuts go. At the same time, Joe Parker started letting more right hands go. He started letting shots go. He actually cracked Martin Bakole with a couple of right hands before the knockout eventually came. One of the right hands, Bakole just tried to laugh it off and stuff like that. But Parker was able to get through. Having said that, Bakole got through with a couple of body shots and a few uppercuts as well. And we know Bakole, the uppercut is a big punch for him. He's very heavy-handed. So I was thinking, okay, it's starting to shape up nicely. They come to an exchange and Joe Parker catches Martin Bakole with a right hand that lands right, it seemed, on the forehead, but kind of more on the top of Bakole's head. And it completely just knocks his equilibrium completely off. He ends up touching down in a very theatrical way. I mean, I've seen people say that, oh, that was a dive. There's no way you can actually fake your body doing that. The way his legs went, the way he went down. People were saying, oh, it's a dive, it's clear. No. Listen, there are certain reactions your body does that are just not fake, and that's one of them. There's no way you could fake that, the way he went down. He got back to his feet before the count of 10, but actually, Billy Nelson was up on the ring apron. He stopped the fight. Steve Gray took his word and then stopped the fight. I've no complaints really with the stoppage when I look at it again, because he was never going to win the fight. He was never in the fight, and he could have ended up getting hurt. I get why he did it. He was well paid. He thought he might have the beating of him. It was see how it goes, but yeah, I mean, he'll come again, Bakole. I mean, look, he literally, he wore Daniel Dubois' gloves, for God's sake. What more do you want me to say? So yes, it's a win for Joseph Parker. He called out Usyk in the immediate aftermath. He deserves that fight. He deserves that fight more than Dubois does. Had it been Dubois in there, I thought Parker looked very sharp. I really did. I thought he looked very sharp. It would have been a very interesting fight had it, the real fight, which was Dubois versus Parker, gone ahead. It would have been very interesting, because I don't really know. Looking at how good Parker looked, I know yes, he was in there with an underprepared Bakole, yes, but he looked very sharp while he was in there. He really did. So, yeah, Dubois could have been in for a rude awakening that night. He really could have been. But Parker gets the win. I was going to say he moves on, but who does he move on to? Because it's likely Usyk's going to fight Dubois. What does he do? I think he's earned a big payday on Riyadh season. I'd like to see him fight Anthony Joshua. I would. Why not? Fight Anthony Joshua. Joshua, I think, was keen to fight Parker if he'd have beaten Dubois. Well, why not fight him anyway? Rematch. I think Parker is on the ascendance. I mean, his last three fights, he's fought Wilder, Zhang, and Hrgovic. No, Wilder, Zhang, and Bakole, and he's beaten them all. He's on a great run of form. And that resume is just getting better and better and better. It's a great resume as it is. It's better than Tyson Fury's resume. It's better than Deontay Wilder's, and it is. He's got wins over Deontay Wilder. He's got wins over Zhilei Zhang. He's got wins now over Bakole. He's got wins over Andy Ruiz. You know? Fury's best win is Vladimir Klitschko. It's one win. And yet Parker has all these. So he's got a great resume. Brilliant resume. I'd love to see him. He's earned a title shot long before now. He deserves one. Give the man his title shot. That's what I got to say on that one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, peace.